And I'll kind of give you my story here. So Liz, you kind of know my story. I was oversold on infinite banking like crazy at a company that yeah, I'm not going to get into that. Uh, I was oversold on infinite banking using a universal life policy. And though I think there's a place for universal life, and now in hindsight, I would have absolutely kept that policy. And this kind of goes back to what we were talking about before, where everyone has an opinion, and you need to
Mm,
just kind of start to self-educate. And it's really important to talk to someone you really trust. I didn't have
mhm,
anyone that I really trust. I was just young, so I took a bunch of opinions from a bunch of different people that didn't really have my best interest in mind. And I was oversold on this universal life policy for infinite banking. I ended up canceling that policy because I didn't know. Infinite banking literally, it just doesn't, it would have never worked with this, especially because it was my money that was in the universal life policy was 100% in uh,
right.
index funds, right? So it was the equity of the Nasdaq, so a bunch of different companies that it was being invested in. No bank will ever give me 90% loan to value ratio of that asset because it does this.
Mhm.
And that's what I didn't know. And when I was actually sold a whole life insurance policy properly, that's where I learned it's all about the contractual guarantees of the life insurance contract and not tied to any investment. And that is
Right.
why banks in the life insurance company can loan you that money at such a high ratio. So we see anywhere from 90 to 100% loan to value ratio when we're going to a bank. And, with obviously with a cash value policy loan, we could actually pull out 90% right away. Not right away of the policy, but with an
90% of the cash value. Yeah.
90% of the cash value. And so I wish I would have just known that. And when you're just getting started, it is so important to just work with someone who really wants to attach themselves to your business or to your life. And so that's my 2 cents. Good thing I learned young